Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. This is my podcast, Up in the Clouds, here today with another episode. How is everybody doing? I don't know about you guys, but has anyone else been feeling the intensity of this full moon that's coming up? There is a full moon today's Saturday, so on Sunday night it is a blue moon. So obviously there's always a lot of energy behind moon phases, but whenever there's like a moon, like a big moon, like a blue moon, like that, there's going to be a little bit more energy than there normally is. And so once in a blue moon, so what does that mean? Super incredible day for manifesting. There's some people that do not manifest on full moons, and I really just think it's just kind of personal preference. Whatever you think you should do. A lot of times full moons are about releasing, because we're releasing. Hold on, there we go. Okay, that's a little crooked. Where we're like releasing things, so it just kind of depends on your preference and like what you think you should do. So go with that. If you want to manifest, obviously there's like a ton of incredible energy that you can harness, you can use. You can like leave out water under the moonlight and like the water will like collect the energy, and you can like write out your manifestations on a piece of paper and put it under the water overnight, or you can just kind of like say your affirmations into the water and let the moon like charge them up, and then drink the water in the morning. It's just, like I said, all personal preference on what you want to do. Whatever ways you like to manifest, that's like what you need to, just do that. Take that. If there's anything you want to release, any old behaviors, patterns, when I say behaviors twice, anything that you want to release, like anything that's no longer serving you. You can say like, I release like any people, anything that does not no longer serve me, that brings negativity into my life. I release all negative thoughts, feelings, patterns, behaviors. Yeah, you can just kind of like do both too. Like you can use this to release, you can use this to manifest, you can do both. Obviously take advantage of this moon energy if you want to. Totally up to you. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but there's like a lot of energy this week. I've been feeling really drained, very tired, and just out of it kind of all week. So yeah, I just kind of feel brain dead, honestly. Stream Brain Dead by Jaden. I'm obsessed with Jaden. He's like this like rock artist that is signed by Travis Barker, but Stream Brain Dead, that's how I feel, brain dead. Yeah, so super brain dead this week. So I really have no idea like what I'm going to talk about today, so I have no preface to give you. I'm just gonna title this like rambles, I guess. Another ramble episode. We're here for it. I guess we could kind of talk about how being excited for others and how celebrating other people can like help you when you are in a really dark place and you are struggling with just life, excitement about life in general. Sometimes you can get stuck in a cycle of comparing and looking at other people's lives and seeing lack, which, as we know, when we acknowledge lack, we can live in that space. So when we think we lack something like money, we're going to continue lacking money because we're keeping ourselves in that like vibration of lack, of I don't have enough. So when you are feeling that way when it comes to certain things that are going on, like with your friends and stuff, you are creating that lack like in your own life, like when and you are acknowledging that lack. And when we don't celebrate other people, when we don't live on the path, you know, like when you're in negativity, you're not on your path, you know, you're keeping yourself stuck in cycles and patterns that you feel comfortable in because you've lived for so long in that way. And you know, when you suffer from depression and stuff like that, you've lived your life depressed for so long, sometimes it's like hard to let go of that identity, let go of that that space that we feel comfortable in. Sometimes you get comfortable living in that negativity, those negative cycles. So when we're not celebrating other people's success, when we are not, you know, being excited for other people because we are not excited about our own lives, and or we are jealous of those people, that is not how does that even make you feel any better, to feel those negative feelings instead of celebrating people and getting excited for people? And I know it's hard. Like I feel like when you are in a depressive negative cycle, it's hard to feel excited about anything. It's hard to feel happy about anything. But literally the whole idea is to fake it until you literally make it, until you have to keep faking that you're happy, and eventually you're like, that is the whole idea of like, you know, manifesting, and is like faking until you making it, like living in a reality that's not quite there yet to obtain the reality that you want. That is manifesting. So why can we not do that when we're in low vibrational energies, when we're living a really like high in anxiety or like high in depression? Like when you say just one thing to yourself a day to kind of like start tricking your mind into like believing that you're actually happy, when you just keep that like constant like fakeness, which like, not like, you know what I mean, like being fake, like I'm not saying that, but like I'm saying like faking being happy until you're actually happy, faking those excitements, even if it's, you know, because when you're celebrating somebody else, like then you the universe sees that, like the universe will like you know, you will receive things to be excited about as well when you learn how to detach yourself and celebrate other people, even when you yourself feel like you don't have stuff to celebrate, because then you're like putting yourself in them, you're comparing your lives, you're just like, oh, my life sucks, like this, that, another thing, and you're just like thinking those things instead of actually celebrating your friends, celebrating your family, whatever. So making sure that when you are in a low vibrational energy, that you are keeping your vibration up by just doing those little things. You don't want to, you know, I've definitely been in a place mentally where actually it was like probably a year and a half ago, I was like in such a dark place mentally that I physically could not be happy for other people, to the point where I was a really shitty friend because I wasn't celebrating people, because I did not want to be alive, and I didn't care. I didn't care about anybody, and I didn't even care about myself, unfortunately. So therefore, like me being in that negative vibration, that negative state, I became a version of myself that I did not know or like, because I just didn't care about anything, because I didn't want to be here. I didn't care what people thought about me to a negative point. Like there's like a point where it's like good thing to not care what people think, but then when you get to that point where you don't care about literally anything, then you become not a bad friend. You just aren't the person. You're not not yourself, because you're in a state of just not you know. And it's super kind of important to try to find the light in every situation, and just always always believe that no matter what the circumstances are, there is light, and there has to be a light in every situation, even if it's something so small. Like for a while, the one thing that was like anchoring me to be here on earth, unfortunately it wasn't my friends, it was not my family, I was not in a relationship at the time. Literally the only thing that was keeping me here, anchoring me, I like to call it, was my cat. Because my cat and I have become so emotionally dependent on each other that I think my cat would be so sad if I wasn't here. So that was the one thing that I was using to anchor myself, was my cat. And sometimes, like, that's the type of things we have to do, you know? We have to find the light in any little thing, whether it be a little younger sibling, an older sibling, a niece, a nephew, you know, if you're close to your mom or dad, or your grandparents, or a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a best friend, a pet, whatever you need to use to keep yourself anchored, use it. Maybe it's your boss, like maybe you really love your boss or your coworkers, just like just like things like that, like finding something, no matter how big or how small it is, just something to anchor you. That's what you have to use until you get to this place where you don't have to. You get to that mentally healthy, mentally stable place. So super important to always celebrate other people, to be excited for other people, even when you have a lack of excitement for your own life, and or people's like good things happening to other people are making you jealous. You don't want to feel that way, because I feel like when you feel that way, like you are basically pushing away good things to happen to you, because you just are keeping yourself in believing that nothing good ever happens to you, and therefore nothing good is going to happen to you because you believe that nothing good happens to you. So it's because like that's the whole idea of manifesting, is like believing that whatever you want you can have, and then basically like hold on. The whole thing of manifesting and learning about manifesting and stuff is that we are the creators of our reality, and we can be negative creators of our reality. We can create negative situations, we can create negative things happening to us because we believe that, you know, because of what we believe. And so that's like super important, like to keep yourself in a vibration of, even if you're lying to yourself, to make good things, you know, keep happening to you. Because when you like just believe that bad things happen, you're attracting that, you're bringing that, you know. And we don't want that, because that's just gonna keep us stuck. And we, you know, you don't want to be stuck, you don't want to be in a low vibration. Oh my god, I cannot get this, I'm so sorry. You don't want to be stuck in that, because that is not fun. That's no, who wants to live their life, you know, sad and depressed and just alone? Because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm going through something like that, I push so many people away, and I just can't even be around anybody, or like, I don't know, like not really push, like maybe not always, like I'll just like, I don't know, there's just like things that I do, like I guess it just depends on what level I'm at. And yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I like hang out with people because like I know I need to be around people, and then I just like, I'm like, why did I do this? I don't want to be around anybody. And that's, I don't know, I feel like that's like the point I'm at. Like I try to surround myself with people, and then I'm like in situations where I'm like with people, and then I'm like, why did I do this? Oh my god, I am getting annoyed. I had it like perfectly, and then I bumped my freaking thing. So now okay, I think that's good. Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, so yeah, celebrate other people. Make sure you're keeping yourself, you know, good vibrationally, even when you yourself don't feel like you have much to celebrate. Just making sure you're celebrating other people. You are, like really truly, you know, even if you feel like Oh my God, there's a spider in the window. I am like so like not focused today. Oh my God. Like I had no idea what I was even going to talk about, and now I can't even talk about like what the one idea I did come up with because I'm just so like I can't focus today on anything. I've literally like started so many different things and then I like never finished them, and then I would like go back and whatever. But yeah, so celebrating other people, fake it till you make it. Don't, you know, keep believing that bad things are always happen to you. Just start to truly believe and trust that, you know, good things can happen for you too, even if they haven't, you know, even if things haven't been good. Start changing that mindset, you know, start really believing and trusting that everything's a lesson, you know, being grateful for everything that you go through, even the dark times, because the dark times always teach us something about ourselves, something about other people. The dark times teach us a lot. And if anything, if it doesn't teach you anything, it shows how freaking strong you are. Because if you can survive waking up every single day like wanting to not be alive, and then you just even just getting through a day of keeping yourself alive and not doing something to yourself, you know, that in itself is a freaking accomplishment. Because I know, trust me, I know you're driving and you're just like, oh, how easy. You know, it's like that. Like when you get to that, like that's a scary place to live. And it's scary. It is so freaking scary, and it's so hard. And it's like, so even just like when you're like that, you know, just making it through a day in itself is a huge accomplishment. And just know that like, even though nobody notices, like somebody out there is proud of you, and you can just like relate back to this video and just know that I'm proud of you. Like just making it through a day when you don't even want to be in that day, you know, and that in itself, it's okay. Like that, I'm proud of you for making through that. You know, I'm proud of you, and you belong here. So just like remember that, you know, when you're in that state, in that low vibration, like you're here for a reason. And like even if you don't know that reason, or you don't really understand that reason or whatever, just like you are. And like there's a reason you're here, there's a reason I'm here, and reminding ourselves of that. And like there's a greater purpose for us, otherwise we would not be here. Like that's what you have to think about it. Like people like go away in so many weird circumstances or whatever, and the fact that you're still here should just like prove to you that there's like, you still have something here, something meant for you to do, some unfinished things, because we see that like life can take you away in any circumstance, you know, and I feel like obviously tragedies do happen, but you know, I gotta believe and trust that the people that are no longer here, they served their earthly purpose. You know, that's how we have to think about this. We have to look at things, the bright side of it, of death. Memento mori, remember you have to die. Yeah, so that just got really dark. But I feel like, you know, it's okay to talk about dark things, because I feel like not enough people do. Not enough people shed light on the fact that there are so many more people than we even know. And that's why, like, you know, when like when people commit suicide, a lot of people always say like, I would have never had any idea, I had no idea. And that's because like a lot of people keep those dark thoughts so hidden. And I feel like if we started normalizing that it's okay to have dark thoughts, it's okay to feel dark, it's okay to be that, maybe we could save a lot more people, you know. So acknowledging those dark feelings is okay, and it's okay to feel them, but it's just to make sure you don't get caught up in them to the point where it's affecting things. Well, it's going to affect things, but it starts like you're bringing, how am I trying to say this? Like feel your feelings, acknowledge them, give them the light that they need, because clearly you wouldn't be feeling that if you should, like, you know, you wouldn't be, you know, you feel things for a reason, you know. So if you're feeling low, depressed, like, acknowledge those feelings, you feel them, and then you need to almost like push them away. Like, you need to make sure that you're doing things to take care of yourself, so that they do go away eventually. You don't want to live in that forever. You don't want to live in that dark state forever, you know. So yeah, you just gotta like find the light in every single day sometimes, and that's okay. But and just making sure you always find something. Like, I used to write in the morning 3 things that I'm grateful for, and lately I've been doing it before bed, because I was to a point where instead of a lot happens in your brain when you sleep. We're dreaming. That's why a lot of philosophers like say to like listen, like fall asleep to listen to frequencies, because there are things going on in your brain like while you're asleep, hence just dreaming in itself, dreaming in general. I feel like especially if you are a intuitive, like spiritual kind of person, your dreams have a lot of meanings and things, like you can like fall asleep and like rewire your subconscious like while you're sleeping basically. So I was to a point where I was going to bed praying to not wake up in the morning. And so I was like, I gotta do something else. Like, I gotta find something. So I find something to be grateful for from every day. Before bed, I write down at least 3 things. And sometimes if there's more, I will write down more, to just show my brain, my subconscious, that there are things to be thankful for, and to like basically I'm finding the light in every day. Just something that I'm grateful for that happened that day, even if it's something as stupid as I got a free candy bar. You know, those little moments can sometimes just really like heighten things for you. So you just gotta appreciate the little moments and really just start tricking your own brain, really. And yeah, just making sure to, you know, keep your energy clear, figuring out when it's, you know, sometimes I carry a lot of other people's emotions, so like separating my own emotions from other people's emotions, things like that. Empaths, if you're an empath, you all feel that, so just making sure we're feeling our own feelings and making sure that we're not feeling other people's feelings, super important. And yeah, so I'm probably gonna end this episode because I really did not know what I want to talk about, but I feel like I talked about a lot in a small amount of time, so I feel pretty satisfied with this for today. Yeah, manifest your little hearts, do some releasing rituals if there is, you know, more that you need. Like if you're in a darker place, maybe focusing on releasing those dark energies before we can get to a place where we can manifest. It's a lot easier to manifest when you're in a positive, actual positive state. Yeah, you know, finding the light of every day, doing something, doing like doing things in your routine, to kind of help you. Maybe you can do your gratefulness like before you go to bed, and then in the morning you can just like journal things. I want to start journaling what my dreams, because oh my god, I've been having like such crazy dreams like the past month. Like my dreams have been so vivid, so real, so insane. There's definitely like communication between me and other people, like in another like the realm basic. So like when you like lucid dream or These are high rants now. Okay, so like when you lucid dream or you are dreaming, basically, the idea of like separating yourself from your body and you're like lucid dreaming is like going into the astral realm, basically. When you are spiritually in tune, sometimes you can just do that through regular dreaming. And I feel like I have been having so many conversations with people in the astral realm and then like being so confused in real life of like, wait a second, okay, this isn't in the 3D yet, like we're ahead up there, you know. And that's the cool thing about you know, just being spiritually in tune in general, is being able to really just kind of communicate like telepathically with people when you have like certain connections with them. It's really cool. But it's like when you like dream, like my dreams, I just feel like I'm like, there's just so much going on like up there, and then like when we're down here, I'm like, what the frick? If you have never heard about any of this stuff, you probably like don't think I'm wacky. Like this is real. Like this is a real thing. Like look it up. Like 5D astral realm, basically. Like our like souls or whatever are like up there. I don't know. I've read, let's not turn this into like that where like everyone's like, oh my God, what is it crazy? No. So yeah, there's definitely like stuff going on. Like my higher self and other people's higher selves are communicating up there and like trying to fix whatever is going down here in real life. I swear to God. But yeah, so finding the light in every situation, celebrate your friends, learning to stop comparing your life to other people. It is not a race. Life is not a race. You know, don't, just because other things are happening for other people and it's not happening for you does not mean you're doing anything wrong, does not mean you're living life wrong. Just, this is your own life. You are the main character, and just really go with what your life path is. And if you don't know, like ask your guides to help you, ask your angels, you know, to be there for you, and really just focus on whatever thing, speaking of, whatever is anchoring you here, find that and just really, you know, go with it, run with it, enjoy it, find something, because there's always something, you know. And yeah, so let's end there. Good luck with the full moon tomorrow. Hopefully everyone doesn't have nothing too crazy happen to them. People get wacky in full moons, they really do. So hopefully it is a good experience and a good time to release whatever you are needing to release, so that we can make room for our manifestations, because the less negativity, the more positivity that'll come. So we just gotta believe and trust in that. No matter what our circumstances or what's going on in our heads. Don't let your mind convince you of things that aren't true. That's my biggest thing. Like my mind always convinced me that everyone hates me. So that's really horrible. I'm just like, oh my God, this person hates me. If somebody, it's just like the smallest thing, I'm like, oh my God, this person doesn't want me to be a friend anymore. Like literally such a curse. Like it's such a curse. Like, so like don't listen to your mind. Maybe start doing things to help raise your vibration. I like, you know, falling asleep to frequencies instead of falling asleep to a TV show or a movie or something. Little things like that, you know, whatever you need to do. Yeah, but like, okay, I keep saying I'm gonna end it and then I keep talking, so I'm sorry, but now I'm going to end it. I hope you guys have a great week this week, and I will see you guys next week. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tap that bell so you can get notifications whenever I post, because sometimes I like to throw in fun little videos besides just these podcast videos. So sometimes I like to do a little fun video. I am thinking I want to do a vlog for North Coast. So we are going all 3 days to North Coast on Labor Day weekend, so probably gonna do a vlog during that time. So that's like probably like getting ready ones and like stuff like that, and just like bringing you along for the ride. Obviously, you know, not gonna video everything, but I want to video as much as I can. So I'm gonna get like a portable charger and stuff that I can bring, so that I don't run out of juice, because filming takes so much juice out of your phone. But yeah, so that, like, tap that bell so you can get notified whenever I post, even just these videos, or if I like to throw in a fun video for you guys. But yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.